All right, so coach had to think things over a bit. He had to make sure that he wasn't just too like blinded by his fandom and past success with Terrence Crawford. I had to really think the whole thing over, and it's just very obvious that Terrence Crawford is the baby face and that Canelo is the heel. Like Canelo's this flashy, douchey, like he owns peacocks as pets, which I'm gonna actually for people who've been following. Coach actually made a connection to that movie with De Niro and Maniscalco, who played Rocky Colavito in Bookies. Well, of course, De Niro played Rocky Marciano. And so we had the Rocky and Rocky thing. Well, Canelo just beat a guy named Rocky, and of course has pet peacocks, right? Well, in the movie with Maniscalco and De Niro, just one tiny little spoiler here, the family owns pet peacocks, and like De Niro like despises them like on some righteous shit, like when he really breaks down why, and like he cooks up the family pet peacock, right? So for dinner, and they all eat it, but unknowingly. Well, I saw it was funny and a bad omen for Canelo. Long story short, Canelo's gonna whoop that ass. I mean, shit, fuck. Crawford's gonna whoop Canelo's ass for real. Like Canelo's gonna get exposed. Like I said, he's just too flashy and gaudy, and his time's up. Also, with like Mexican fighters, you never really know their fighting record. Like, not only could those fights stats like be padded against like loser opponents, like a lot of them might not have even happened, right? And the first thing that stands out is just how many fights he has, and he's younger than Crawford. Like, if anything, he would still have way more wear and tear on the tires. The one thing, like, they want to keep talking about this weight advantage thing, right? And coach thinks it's completely overblown, but they will not mention that Crawford has the reach advantage, right? And also with Crawford being able to switch stances, I mean, that just throws everything off. Like, I really feel like it's going to just be a matador with the bull. Like, Canelo just has never struck me as like, incredibly smart, savvy, fighter. Like, Crawford's a truly cerebral fighter. Like, Canelo's going to do like everything to push the pace, basically, right? But like, I think he just gets winded. He's got too many distractions, and Crawford's just a dog, right? Legit. And being sold as the underdog, yet they don't really want to pay you shit if he wins, right? That's highly suspicious, right? And one thing coach left out that he thought was funny is like Terrence's mom. The story is like used to pay neighborhood kids to try to beat up Crawford, but the one thing that coach saw, he was like, "Oh, it's for sure in the bag." I forgot that Eminem like announced Terrence Crawford, right? That was the one thing that made me realize, after all this time, like I said, he's been my guy forever, and I've been wanting him to beat up specifically Canelo since like, I want to say like 2013 or something like that. But I assumed it would be more like a catch weight, right? So the moving up in weight and everybody making a big deal about the weight kind of threw me off like a little bit. And like I said, it being in Vegas, he could beat the shit out of him and still have the judges like go Canelo. But I just don't see Terrence as the type of dude that leaves it in the judge's hand. I really think he swarms him, and the ref waves it off. I don't think he knocks him out per se, right? But like the like I say, he just is landing too many in a row, and the ref jumps in and waves it off somewhere in the later rounds. Like, Crawford's he's so much better than Canelo. I can't even explain like my current like great ranking, as far as right now, and everybody's gonna think it's crazy because of course Tyson just took a dive to Paul, but of course coach thinks they're cooking up Tyson to eventually knock out Tyson Fury, right? So we'll have Mike Tyson versus Tyson Fury, with Mike Tyson winning, and so that would be my number one. But right below him, I still have Crawford as like the best of the best, and below that would be Mayweather, right? Because Tyson's gonna beat Mayweather, and then even below Mayweather is Alvarez. Like, Alvarez lost straight up to Mayweather. Canelo's the exact type of fighter that gives Canelo problems. Like, people act like Canelo was just born weighing the weight he is. Like, he jumped up in weight too. It was just so long ago. Like, they're not making a big deal about it. And according to Bud, he's cutting down from 180 to 168. Like, he wasn't bulking, right? So, and I think what throws people is, like, Canelo's got those ridiculously inflated arms, and like Bud's like not built like that. But like, you know, I just think everybody knows that guy where like they just have like scrawnier arms, but like they're so lean and like it's all muscle. Like, they're just like lightning quick, and they just like tap you and you're just done, like breaking bones and shit, right? Like, don't underestimate guys with like smaller arms. Like, those are some of the best knockout artists I've ever seen in real life, right? You know, I've seen him knock out dudes like 250 pounds, right? Like, it was nothing. And after the other guy like got 3 punches in, you know, unanswered, right? Like, you know, just boom, catch him with one, right? So coach thinks that that's overblown. Of course, I also believe boxing is rigged. Everybody thinks that to some degree. But coach thinks it's entirely fixed, whether it's exhibition or whatever. But coach just thinks that Crawford's the more marketable guy. Like, yeah, they're banking on Canelo, but like that brand's like been built up, right? Like, De La Hoya sold all that too, right? And you saw like he kind of goes out like a fool. Canelo kind of like just reads the same to me, just going down eventually as like kind of a fool, right? But Crawford's not a clown at all, right? So coach really likes the character of Terrence Bud Crawford. He's associated with Eminem. We got the Lions winning the Super Bowl. You know, there's a lot of other things I could say too, but that's the long and short of it. There's an interview coach is about to watch with Shaq and Tom Brady interviewing Crawford and Canelo. Isn't that interesting? So just want to say, so this would have happened. Coach bet all the money he had left in the betting app, which was just like $5 or whatever left over from what I hadn't put down. I put it all in Crawford, right? And not like straight up because they don't like pay shit, but it's all in conjunction with Lions beating Browns or Guardians or the Lynx winning the WNBA or Michigan State football or Michigan State basketball, Oklahoma football, right? So Crawford we're using like as a free space and basically just putting back down everything we already put in, but now just with Crawford because we really, really trust him in this one. So, coach, appreciate you. Oh, and they've raised the max payout to 1.7.